Good evening, everyone, and welcome to round 12 of AFR at Belgium. Today I'm with T-Mac and Seb again.
Hello.
Hello.
So, we're a little bit into qualifying so far. Sorry about that, guys, but we are on board of Bully right now as he's coming up to the final corner to finish his first lap. And no laps on the board yet, but everybody will be slowly starting to throw them up, so see how the first laps roll through.
King J on the board already. 3 Bully on board with 44.7. So first 2 times on the board already. Combat Rat on the medium tyres in the Williams. He does a 45.285. And right now Nemo, who we are looking at, that invalid lap time.
Yeah, there's probably a few invalids. We'll jump on board with maybe Pepsi, who's on an out lap, so we might hang 5 on him. Wingman is about to come across the line actually, so see where the Red Bull driver slots in.
Slots into P1. Very nicely. So half a 10th in front of King J. Oh, Cat. He wants a bit of that P1 action right there. Half a second in front of the Red Bull driver. But
coming through as well.
I believe T-Mac will be taking us through a lap of Belgium.
I will be.
When Pepsi comes around.
Mika goes into the lane, so we'll jump on board with Pepsi. Let T-Mac warm up his lips and we'll see. Let him go for it.
Some warming up.
Some warming up indeed. Oh, that's terrible.
I got nothing for that one.
He's just going to do...
Wow, Ando said a really good lap, 42.7 there. Alrighty.
You've
Pepsi
missed that.
Pepsi coming up to the bus stop chicane. He wants a good exit here. As he starts his lap, opening up the DRS, and on the run down to turn 1, La Source. It's a second gear corner, braking just before the 100-meter mark. And one of the longest stretches of track on the calendar where you don't have to brake. We're running up to Eau Rouge right now. Flat out, one of the best corners in F1. Through Eau Rouge and Radion actually. As he goes onto the Camel Straight and it's full throttle, DRS open all the way through. And we'll be able to see what time he gets after Sector 1. Just coming up now. And so 37.2. Going through the Lecom chicane. One of the toughest parts of the track coming up here. Just gets it hooked up perfectly, look at that. As it comes down to one of the toughest corners for me at least, to hook up every single lap. And he hooks in perfectly, 3rd gear on the exit. And through no name left-hander, just one little downshift there. And up to P1. He goes up to 8th gear, shifts down once, almost flat out. Going to the, oops, I suffered here boys. 4th gear through this chicane, up to 5th. Oh, does he go wide? Just keeps it valid as he goes through the end of the middle sector. And it's almost flat out here until the bus stop chicane. 14.4 through the middle. This could be almost pole if he makes it. A good last sector as he goes through Blanchimont. Flat out left-hander coming up, 8th gear, running down all the way to the bus stop chicane. One of the slowest corners on the track, 2nd gear. Kenny hooks this up, braking just at the 100. He hooks it up very nicely, running down to the line. What time can he do? Oh, I've just missed out on pole. 9.11.
Oh my god. So Pepsi, a 42.9, slots himself 2/10 off of Ando Cat into P2, but that's one of the most based hot laps I've ever
Thank you.
I see a couple of people in chat right now.
Yeah,
Fondon, hello. Captain Australia. We are good. Currently Tier 2 racing. Last race of the evening for Belgium here in Season 7 of Aussie Formula Racing. Ali, hello. Tannis, Big Al.
Shout out the Carudens.
Shout out the Carudens. I see Ponden still complaining he's not a Tier 1 race winner yet, Trin. Must be why he's angry.
Yeah, imagine.
One day we'll have all Tier 1.
It could have been today, but I got taken out.
Speaking of big wins today, I think there's the biggest one down in Tier 3.
Gus.
Our man Gus. Provisionally a winner,
yeah.
But he's broken the 17 podiums without a win streak. I mean,
this is provisionally. I've got inside sources that only F1 might be appealing one of
he might be.
Unfortunately, the Bahrain meme might die, but we'll see.
Hopefully,
Fortunately, you might not, because you do
for the
have.
sake of the culture, I hope it replaces Bahrain with Spa.
Oh, not getting a nice little toe off wingman there. Thank you very much.
Very nice. If you're just joining us, this is Tier 2. 9 minutes left in this qualifying session, halfway through. Ando is our provisional pole sitter. You're on board with Nut Strikes again, aka Nut in the McLaren team admin, as you know, and you're joined by 2 race winners and T-Mac.
I did win a race in Tier 2 in this.
Yeah, he's got many.
Talking about race Tier 2.
Tier 1.
Exactly 4 seasons ago, some idiot crashed on the last lap at the top of Radion.
Yeah, I was just about to say this is a fond track of yours, T-Mac. You've got some pretty good memories here.
I do.
Racing the likes of Coach and the Wall.
Yeah, I did like the Wall. Did eat it a bit.
But as we back on track, we're not coming across the line. See where he slots in. P12, 44.7. So I'd say the McLaren driver will probably like to improve on that. So we got a bit of a train in the 3rd sector right now. As there's a few drivers coming to start the laps. We jump on board with Wingman, who's provisionally P3 with a 43.2.
Man, he's had a good season, hasn't he?
Nemo jumps up to
7th.
43.6.
Nemo into 7th. Wingman, currently 3rd place. He's in 7th in the championship, and well, he's been a bit up and down. Albeit he's still 7th in the championship with 3 podiums. One of them a race win and a P6, so he's got the pace. He's just got to keep it straight. A 10th up through the 1st sector. He heads through Lecom, left, right. That throttle down over that outside curb. And down to Bruxelles. Tough corners. T-Mac stated before on his glorious hot lap run.
It was
into
glorious.
Majority of it was no-name corner. The majority of us there.
I lost my bearings.
Cool on, he's absolutely thrown it in there as you do.
Oh, that's nice.
One of the fastest corners on the track. Doesn't use all that exit curb. Well, he didn't need to.
There's a Kalios is not where you're meant to be right now.
Oh, he's on the side, gotta be careful. Takes out that brake marker board. It's not too much of an issue though. You brake from that outside curb now into the corner of death, i.e. the corner where I suck at. On the run
Seb,
down
how
to
did that one go
Hotshot.
for you tonight?
How
Well,
did
let's
you
just
go
say
tonight?
when-
Both of you actually.
when you're not concentrating and you check out and you get a little bit of tank slapper, you think you're alright.
Yeah, unfortunately,
that just happens.
unfortunately for me, I
coming to
got winged out. I got 4 damage off yourself actually, T-Mac, on lap 1.
Almost. Me?
Oh, tight. Half a 10th in it for Wingman. DRS open down that main straight, but not able to get Anocat in that Aston Martin.
Oh, Shane Mumford, 42.9.
Watch out for the big mummy.
And he's in the Merc.
Probably done a bit of prep work tonight before he's come on the track. The big felly.
No keeper, by the way, gents. And we have Psycho on a lap as well.
What's Shane
The
Mumford
race
doing
winner
this
last
season?
time around out.
We'll jump on board with Psycho. He's already on his lap. We give.
No, he's
He's backed out. He's backed
he?
out.
Is he
Yeah.
on his-
It was
Well,
kind of flat out through the.
we'll go back
section,
to Skins, the Williams driver. Williams actually doing pretty good so far this round for the combined constructors. They had a win in Tier 1, and I mean they potentially could have had another one in Tier 3, but
Just trying to rub it in, aren't you?
unfortunately, was it from the lead?
It was. It was.
It was from the lead.
1.6 seconds.
That is
mind you,
unfortunate.
growing as well.
Williams also
But you know, I mean,
fine.
I think there was a lot of unfortunate situations for a lot of people tonight. Spa proving to be a pretty hectic track really for the battling. There was a lot of debris on the floor. The marshals had a bit of a workout tonight, you might say.
Yeah.
You might say that.
2 Tier 1 race winners and 2 spinners. Coincidentally, I was not one of them.
See, mate, trying to get a leg up.
Anyway.
But he's still the race winner in Tier 1.
Pep's on a lap here.
Skins.
Skins will
We
finish
have Skins. He's currently rounding out the final sector. We'll see how this time comes across. It's been a decent lap so far, up 6/10.
Here we go.
I would put him in provisional P5 at the moment between King J and Shane Mumford, the Haas Mercedes driver. At the moment, but right now, Skins flooding it out all the way through Blanchimont on the run down to the bus stop chicane. Empty track, as Trin said, and we can see a lot of action for these 17 drivers that we do have at the moment. 4 minutes 21 seconds left. Skins, DRS open, pedal to the metal, crosses the line, he jumps into P3.
Wow.
Thousandths of a second in front of Apollo Pepsi in the Ferrari.
Yeah, we'll jump on board with Pepsi.
Pepsi. Up coming to the bus stop chicane. Oh, but
It's gone a bit,
it goes deep.
it's gone a bit deep. Line's all right through the final corner. DRS open to the line. He jumps into P2, but he can't get provisional pole. And I don't think he has the time. That would be his last lap, wouldn't it? I don't think he has the time to come back into the pits and do another.
Oh wow, quali's almost.
No, you're right.
Short qualifying session this one. I did forget that we kind of missed the good first 4 minutes there, so...
You missed the first 4 minutes.
Well,
not we.
Yeah, we had to run the intros, courtesy of Gus Rules. You know, he does a very good job on those intros, so... Unfortunately, probably have one recommendation for next season is you could incorporate a beautiful clip coming up Eau Rouge of yourself, T-Mac, but we'll just let him sort that one in the pigeonhole.
No comment.
Maybe next year, maybe next season, but Combat Rat, once again, I see another car go through the bus stop and into the pit lane, so he'll try and get one more run out. He might be pressing it for time here, the Williams driver.
Skins is on his in lap.
Spicer.
The Astons are out in their out laps.
Check on Mr. Spicer here. P17 Knight has retired from the session in the pit lane. Yellow flags in sector 3. I believe that's the other Alpine of Nemo on an out lap at the moment. But Mr. Spicer, well, managed to cross the line into P10. So just in front of his teammate by half a tenth. A 43.58 versus a 43.64.
Jump on board with Nemo as he's about to start a lap, and then we'll probably swap over to Ando as he comes across the line.
Okay, here we go, the first real batch of last runners out on the track right now. Nemo in the Alpine.
I think he just takes
throttle down.
Curve there.
Yeah, just a little bit. You can see. Good exit nonetheless, you know, as you said, T-Mac. That curb though can really hurt. It is a one corner sector, pretty much, sector 1. You know, Eau Rouge and Radion don't really count unless you're in the wet, and we are in the dry at the moment. DRS open for the Alpine driver.
Good observation.
Sorry. Thanks, Trin. We're having a good night here. Nemo up 800 of a second as he gets it late come on to round down to Bruxelles. He's on the steering, such a tough corner off camber, finding it all the way through, downhill as well, no name,
Shane Mumford,
very cautious.
Could be.
Shane Mumford, oh, yellow flags. His Bandcamp has retired from the session in the pit lane, he can call it quits. He has a 1.35, which is probably set.
Yeah, 4
in his line.
You'll see how he goes through this final sector.
Uh-oh.
This might pull him out a bit. That car is right there. That's a bit of dirty air for the Alpine. He's still up a tenth and a bit on his time though. His best time. I'd see him jumping. Lights of Bandcamp. He has retired. As just mentioned before. Several corners to navigate now for Nemo. Blanchimont flat out. Barely registers in these 21 cars. Brake hard, 100 meters. Board. Get that car in. Touch that inside curb. Go over that inside for the last corner, turn 19, flat out to the line. What's it going to be? No improvement.
We'll jump on board with
Ando.
Ando.
Is the exact same lap?
I believe it was. T-Mac, because Ando's purple sector 1.
Yes, it was.
Purple sector 1 for the Aston Martin.
Wow.
600's up on his time, looking for more time. He absolutely rides the inside curb of No Name, obliterates the outside curb. Now on the round down to Puon, fly through there, just a little bit of a lift. But the Aston Martin driver nearly wide, nearly invalidating his lap time, but keeps it clean nonetheless. New South Welshman through this second sector, running at the final 3 corners of it. A little bit of curb on the inside, a lot of curb on the outside. Braking slightly hard. Downhill, right-hander going wide. This could invalidate his time. It doesn't. He's lucky. It's a purple middle sector though. Got these last 2 corners really to navigate of the bus stop chicane. On the run down to Blanchimont, flat out. 310 plus kilometers on the run down. Soccer jumps up into pole. Out from absolutely nowhere. The Hungarian GP raceman from last time around is gone into pole. But Ando Cat is looking to improve. He's next across the line on the track. What's it going to be? DRS open, pedal down. He's got it. No worries about that. 2/10 to the name of the Aston Martin. He's got a comfortable cushion. Wingman, though, he's up 2/10 on his lap time. Don't forget about the Red Bull driver. Skins on an out lap. He won't be able to get a lap time out. He was about to cross the line right now, but it's all eyes on Wingman at the moment. Bus stop chicane, braking hard, second gear, getting that car in and out as best as possible, as fast as possible. Acceleration to the line. He gets in between Psycho and Autocat to decelerate into P10 in the Alfa Romeo, but don't forget about Nemo. No, that's not Nemo. That is
Shane Mumford.
Spicer, who's finished Shane Mumford across the line. Unimproved.
Carlios films up to P6. I think that's that Pepsi. Sorry,
no, it's Bully. Bully will be the last to cross the line.
He's half a second up. Might jump
he
into
is.
the 10 here. Jump a well way into the 10 actually.
He needs a good bus stop to get there. It's going to be. It's into P12. He's just 1,000 off of decelerate. So unfortunate for the Ferrari driver. It hasn't been a great season, but it's a good qualifying to start his evening off.
I've just got some other good news just coming in. I have just ordered myself a HSP, so we've got that coming in. So hopefully that'll come just at the end of the race. So no matter how this race goes, we've got something to look forward to.
And no cat hasn't won the race yet, but he does get that pole position spot. Although that's not the best spot to be in. Wingman in P2, he starts alongside Cat with Psycho in P3 last time around, race winner in Hungary. Pepsi, the championship leader in P4 with Skins in P5, Carlios P6, Shane Mumford reserving in the Mercedes P7, King J P8, Mrs. Spicer P9, the Dragon in P10, Decelerate, Bully, Nemo, Mika, Combarat, Saxa and Nut all start outside the top 10 with the best time of 43.557 from Decelerate of those bottom 7.
So actually, what was the weather? I didn't get a weather report going this on. If any of you two happen to hear anything. Oh, I mean, it's dry.
It's dry.
So, fortunately for Seb.
Fix yourself there, Trin. Come on.
Look, we'll get into this race. Things will pick up, and we'll be golden.
I mean, look, you're going to get your HSP down the line. You get,
Yeah, I think I'm just a bit worked up. We're just a bit excited, It's big things coming, I'm looking forward to this race. If it's anything like Tier 3 and Tier 1 was, there's going to be a lot going on. So, praying for myself here that I try to capture as much of it as possible.
We got a big run from turn 15 to turn 18. That's the start of the third sector to the bus stop chicane. You have that little DRS straight on the main straight, then the big run from the source all the way to Lake Com, which encompasses Eau Rouge and Radion, famous corners right there, and that long DRS straight up that hill on the run to turn 5, which is Lake Com.
Got a tyre check for you. We've got Decelerate and Combat Rat starting on the mediums. Besides that, everyone else is on the soft tyre compound. So not too surprised there. I think the high chance of safety car here, for being honest. That being on that medium, all it takes is a safety car from lap 4, and the rest of the guys can pit and make the end. So big call going on the meds. Hopefully it pays off for these two drivers, but everyone else, on the soft tyre. So unfortunately as well, no keeper today, so we won't be able to see how many positions he can gain off the start. But maybe Shane Mumford can carry the spirit, and we might see him in P1 by the end of the Kemmel Straight. So
what's Shane doing in the AFL right now?
I believe he's retired. He had a couple lucrative scandals in his time.
He's decided to retire and take up Formula 1 driving.
I think I saw Skins with an X above it. Yeah, Skins just got an X above his name.
He left at the end of Poly, actually.
He did rejoin, so hopefully he can get back in by race start. But big question for you two. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized Shane Mumfords or one Shane Mumford-sized duck?
I'd rather fight Trin in bed.
Okay then.
I mean, Shane Mumford's an animal, so...
What, so are you fighting 100 animal-sized animals or one
I think I could take on 100 ducks. Was that? Did I hear it right?
No, it was one Shane Mumford-sized duck, so a duck that is sized Shane Mumford.
Yeah.
Or 100 Shane Mumfords that are the size of a duck.
Oh, I
Oh,
could
could
definitely
stomp
take
on
on the
100
100.
Shane Mumfords.
Yeah, I'd take on the 100 duck-sized Shane Mumfords.
Well, there you have it. The most compelling thing
You
for
can
this
step
evening.
on them.
The Shane Mumford sized
Drop
ducks.
kick a few of them.
Yeah.
Boys, we don't have a race on, do we?
Nah, I think this is just a social
It might
social
rain, guys.
gathering.
It rain. It rain.
Well,
Doesn't look like
I'll
it's gonna
let.
rain, but it probably will.
Do you think? I think T-Mac will let you
No.
light this one. No.
No, T-Mac is not.
Yeah,
I already
he
had
hasn't
the
had
quote,
that privilege
I already
yet.
had the
All right,
quote.
we'll give it.
He's
We'll
not
hand it
in
over
that
to
privilege
Seb.
yet.
We'll hand it over to
Wow,
Seb.
wow, wow, what are you trying to say?
That's all
I'm
right.
trying to say.
We're asking you to be quiet for this start, please.
We want you to shut up. We have waiting for Nut to get ready on the back of the grid before these 17 drivers can get underway for the final race of this Belgium evening here for AFR. This is Tier 2. And these are the 5 red lights turning on. Well, these Tier 2 drivers, they are out. And it is time for racing. Wingman with a really good start. He's already alongside Anocat. He's in front of Anocat. Into La Source they go. Pepsi as well, getting around the outside of Psycho as they go out of La Source. The run down to Orange and Radion. Psycho, not a great start. Anocat.
Oh, crash behind! Massive
Oh, no,
crash
no.
behind!
Oh, there's big
No.
crashes! Mika's out! Oh my god.
Big incident. Make it out of the race already before Rouge. And we have
Oh.
a virtual safety car.
That
Wingman
is
is
gonna
in the
be a
lead after a
safety car.
terrific start for the Red Bull driver. Anocat down to P2. Pepsi into P3, a good start for our championship leader, up 1 position crucially. Callis up 2 positions, Psycho, a terrible start. And now we have been upgraded to a safety car, so Skins and Mika's accident. We just seen Mika out of the race. Skins, I don't know what's happened to Skins, but...
Well, he said he's disqualified, but he's actually out. He was missing a wheel, so... just for... I mean, I saw that just at the top of the screen. It looked like a Haas of possibly King J or Carlios got a bit loose with an...
It was right in the middle of the straight.
So Mika's actually come through as a passenger there and collected one of those cars, because
Yeah.
I saw a Haas and a Williams sideways down a straight, which
Yeah.
isn't a good start.
So-
And unfortunately, everyone else I think scattered, and Mika probably come onto it blind, and that's unfortunate for the Aston Martin driver, as he was out on the first lap last week as well. So things going from bad to worse for Mika there. Unfortunately, in Mika's world, it's not all rainbows.
Yeah, I had a perfect view of that because I was on board with Skins. Just in the middle of the straight, he hooked it right, and then so everyone broke, and it was about 3 wide in front of Mika, and he was going to hit everyone behind, so he darted right, and of course Skins' dead car, or Skins' almost dead car was there, and he just pummeled into the back.
So, not sure if anyone else has got damage. We'll jump on board. Looks like Spice is alright.
Do you think the Haas to the end of the race here?
Nah, the hards are, I think they're too slow.
Oh, but Ando's tried it, I think.
Ando's coming into the pit, so we'll jump on board with Ando here and just see what
Wow.
he is thinking. I mean, I'm not surprised of Ando
And
going
nuts,
for
and
an
nuts.
interesting strategy like this.
I feel like Nut might have a wing change.
Yeah, Ando's gone for the mediums.
Yeah.
I don't think this
Oh,
is one
yeah.
of Ando's greatest.
I think this is a...
Unless he's
I
playing
mean-
for long game and expecting another safety car, I can
He's-
kind of understand later in the race, but
he's
it
given up both track position and he's got a pit again regardless. I feel like this is this isn't a great decision whatsoever. I'll tell you right now, at the end of the race, we'll be sitting here saying Ando Cat bit himself on the arse with this one, I reckon.
Yeah. Put him to manage Man United next, maybe.
Yeah, good one for you, team.
the man himself. Aston Martin's not having a good one so far. Make it out of the race on a very unfortunate accident on the run down to Eau Rouge from the Source and Anocat. A very interesting strategy call this early on in the race. Being onto mediums, they won't last the whole race. He'll definitely have to pit again.
So have a tie check, I guess, and yeah, nothing Ando on the fresh mediums in last and second last. So I'm a bit gobsmacked on that one, if I'm being honest. Ando, I mean, where was he? He was he was in the top 5, wasn't he?
P2.
P2. Okay, yeah, no, that's interesting. Ando definitely one for those decisions.
We've had a bit of team radio from Ando here, and I can directly quote, "This has been a bit tragic for me."
So I'm not sure what he was thinking in the moment then, but the drivers admitted it already. So look, If he can get a top 5 at the end of this, I'll be very impressed. But he'll need a lot of things to go his way and probably some perfectly timed safety cars. So I don't even think he'll get ahead of the wingman Pepsi and Kalios by the time they pit. They might even jump out ahead of him still. So it's got a lot of traffic to fight through. Is this safety car got another lap or is it?
No, surely it's in.
I've already done a lap.
It
So
looks like it's gonna go around one more time, I think. Judging from how
late
fast
call
he's driving.
maybe.
Nah, it's too late now, surely.
Regardless of whether it comes in this or next lap, Wingman will be getting us underway. Pepsi right behind him. Two fast gunners in this tier 2 grid who have battled out a fair bit, but Pepsi showing he's a superior driver well ahead in the championship. The next best contender is Quantum Effect, who is trailing him by, I believe, 92 points.
Sorry, Seb, just gonna interrupt you there. Just to let Ali know that HSP has not arrived yet. So I'll let you carry on there. I'll just get an updated ETA on that one for the lads.
Do you have an ETA at the moment? Is it Uber Eats or something?
We won't disclose the company that's doing that, so they're not getting anything for it. So 40 minutes, I reckon.
Why have an ETA when you can just eat?
Oh,
Get it?
We need to keep this guy out.
Okay,
We need to
good.
keep this guy.
What? See, these guys put us in safety cars, and this is the chatter you get. So
Yeah, because
is-
I'm entertaining as a commentator.
King J's pit actually, so I think he's.
Oh,
I
wow.
like
He's on
this
the hards.
strategy from King.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's gone on the hard. See, if he'd gone on the mediums, I was just about to say, the mediums are probably a bit nicer to go from here. He's kind of done it smart, good couple safety car laps to not put wear on the tyre and go, but the hard tyres slow.
Medium has been touch and go from him. So I think he's played it safe, but also had an aggressive.
Too safe, potentially.
Yeah, well, we're going on the way this lap. This will delay DRS. The DRS will come on for probably only a couple laps before the soft runners pit. So it'll be interesting to see how that muddles up the grid. But I think
If
actually, I'll
DRS,
just
sorry.
grab the position gains. We've got
Bands in six.
a few gainers out of that. We got Sax is up 6, Nemo up 5, and then we got majority of the rest is sort of up because of the guys that fell back. So Psycho down 1, but it's not the greatest start from the Towery driver, and obviously
Well, off the back of his Imola and Hungary starts, you expect him to be up there, but
some
not
might
the best
say a
start for
fraudulent
the
Hungary
Towery.
win. Fraudulent Hungary win at that, but we won't get into that one as the safety car's been called in. Great tangent there. And
Well.
see where Wingman takes him off. I reckon he'll. I don't know. We saw a couple different restarts in Tier 1. Some went kind of early. Some went very late. So
I think going early is probably the best call.
I reckon going early is the
Because you
right
can
call. Yeah.
Well,
go and
you
with no
do-
pressure from getting overtaken from behind, and then they can just blow up at the
think-
like as in like bottlenecking
Well-
the chicane is a bit difficult for the car behind.
Yeah, but you gotta go obviously when the safety car's in the pits, which is about to hop in soon, but gotta try and catch them off guard early on down this straight before Blanchman, I'd say, which he's passed already. Or you go in that
He's gone.
bus stop chicane, he's gone already. He hasn't really caught Pepsi off guard. Pepsi still within that 5-10 gap right there. He's actually closer than that, but kind of flirting with it at the moment. Everything looks okay so far for all 15 drivers left in this grid. We get green flag racing for lap 4. We'll have DRS from lap 6 onwards, barring no VSCs or safety cars. At the moment, everything looks pretty good. Psycho's dropped off the DRS of Kalios. He hasn't had a good restart. He's got Shane Mumford all over the back of him in the Mercedes car, down through Eau Rouge, up through Radion.
Oh, Shane's all over the place there.
Not the smoothest of lines, but he does have that ERS on. He's looking to gain and gain and gain and gain, but it's just not gaining enough. You might have a look.
Right.
Psycho defending the inside. He's shadowing the inside.
Oh, he's
Shane
going around the
Mumford's having a look
outside.
at the inside. This is brave through Lake Com. He'll have to back out. Great defending from Psycho, but nearly paid off for the Mercedes driver.
Oh!
Big crash. Massive crash. Decelerates around. Nemo's lost his front wing.
I cut right to that. That was terrifying. Yeah, decelerate.
Just as it.
Just about
I was
out
just
there.
gonna say.
Jump aboard of Bully. Who was that that's collecting? Is that? Oh, it's Nemo. So Nemo, yeah, Nemo's got
Just
no.
as Anocat was overtaking Mr. Spicer, I believe. Or Nuss.
Down to ninth, so Because
Well,
of where people
no safety car there, so that's unfortunate for Decelerate. He's got a long lap back.
Longest-
no front wing there.
Longest track on the calendar, I believe, 7 kilometers, 7.004 to be exact. Not the longest race though. It's around a 39-minute race, barring no safety cars. We've had one, which has probably added about 2 to 3 minutes to this race time, but nonetheless, we're still racing.
Pepsi is pretty
Unfortunately for a
close
couple.
to wingman here, so I reckon we'll see a move from the Ferrari driver into Lake Com this lap. He sets the fastest lap as well, so he's moving right now.
Oh, look how close he is. He's definitely getting a move done. As long as he uses all his ERS.
Which he is, T-Mac, which he is. Pepsi using that ERS, but so is Wingman. Red Bull and Ferrari battling it out. These are days old of the early 2010s. Vettel and Alonso battling out, but here comes Pepsi now. ERS slipstream, looking to the left, Wingman defending that inside. I don't think he's got anything on him. He's not using his ERS, and Pepsi will take P1 for the time being into Lake Com on lap 5. But don't forget, DRS available next lap, so we could see these guys trade positions
Getting
a lot in this race.
Spicer
It's
as
not.
well.
The McLaren driver going through on the inside of Mr. Spicer on the run down to turn 5. And driver into the points now.
A bit of a
So far this
spread
field
now.
kind of spread. Do have a DRS train for P3 with Kalios, Psycho, Shane Mumford and Bandcamp. Bandcamp always in the mix, can't forget about him, with Bully, Saxo and Endoka, another little train we have building up for P7.
I'll just report in that Nemo's opted for the mediums and Delary's opted for the hard, so I probably would say Nemo's probably the winner out of those two there for tie choice.
Both are going to the end, I presume. I should.
Yeah. This DRS is soon to be activated for the next lap, so see if Pepsi's almost pulled the gap, to be fair.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be enough, as they've dropped Kalios at least, but he's got a train of Psycho, Mumford and Band behind him, and got a couple little spot fires going on, I reckon. We'll have to try and keep an eye on which one's sort of...
Look at that gap. Boys, it's
almost got
9
it.
10s, it's flirting.
Is he
I
gonna
was
get
about
it
to
out
say,
of the
these three
exit?
corners were so crucial. The source now doesn't look like he'll get it. Wingman needs to use that ERS to stay within DRS range, and he has kept it. So crucially for Wingman, and unfortunately for Pepsi, that DRS will keep the Red Bull and the Ferrari tied to each other for at least another lap longer. But down the field, Shane Mumford and Psycho once again going to resume their battle for P4. Shane Mumford's got a brilliant run here, using all that ERS that he has at his disposal. Again, that run with that overspeed. Having a look down the
he's done
inside, Shane Mumford, how do you do? Down the inside, pushing Psycho off the track.
Psycho's
Psycho
gone
has
off.
to yield. And Shane Mumford getting his elbows out for P4 on track.
I think
Nice
that's
little
fair.
move,
That's
but
good hard racing, that.
good hard racing from the head steward. As said, green lights, it is all go for Shane Mumford. And he's got Kalios up ahead in the Haas suit. We know his face. We know what he can do on a track.
Pepsi's
can
on
he keep
the
it
fringe
together?
of that DRS zone there, actually.
Yeah.
Wingman not really able to make use of it. Anocat,
also up to
as you were saying.
P8 so far, so he's making his way through the field, but like just trying to the gap to the leader, he's already 8 seconds back, and I'm not 100% sure what the pit stop delta is around here, but I'm guessing he's hoping to go onto the softs at the end and maybe claw back through, but
Or maybe
pretty
he
bit
just
sketchy.
maybe he just doesn't pit again. Maybe he realizes now he has to go to the end and just risk it.
Maybe he has to do that. We'll see how it unfolds for the Aston Martin driver. As we're about to head over to lap 7 of 22.
oh, Kalios has come in, so there's the first pitter there. So he's going for the undercut, which I think is a great call, because he was about to have Shane Mumford all over him. So this has actually left Shane Mumford exposed to Psycho here. So hopefully for Kalios, these two fight it out and lose a little bit of time. So see how that one plays out. But Psycho barely got DRS there actually. So I wonder if Band might be able to maybe do something, but he's a bit back as well.
Anocat will have the room move, and Bully, he's got DRS, he had that move lined up from the source. Anocat into P6 now, provisionally P7. If we believe he's going to stop again, which I think he will, I don't see how we can make those medium tyres last the whole way. He has to do a lot of tyre management. He's in a good position if he can make them last. That lock up into Bruxelles is not going to do him any good or injustice, but Combat Rat looking down the inside of Nut through Bruxelles. He might go for a move around the outside of No Name. How do you do, Mr. Combat Rat? Take that, Nut. That's a great move from Combat Rat.
Not bad from him. Now I actually just jumped him and jumped away as he did that, so that was unfortunate there. Sorry to Combat for missing that one, but he's now been let loose, so hopefully try catch back up Super Train. 3.5 back from Saxa, so jump back on board with Bandcamp for a minute. Oh, it's actually, is that Nemo?
Yeah, Nemo's off.
Just spun.
Oh, careful on the reach.
Sus.
Kalios.
Oh my
and
god.
Kalios.
That was
Kalios is spun. Kalios is spun at
Kalios
the end of sector 2 as well.
That's massive. He was in P3, so he's just thrown that one out the windows. We'll jump on board and actually see who's pitting actually.
Oh, yeah.
Is anyone pit?
No one pits.
Everyone extending, all the soft runners extending. They have the life and the soft tyres, and they want to go further. Lap 8 now, and Pepsi as well, and truly cleared Wingman now on a race of his own. The South Australian, 2.1 seconds a gap to the Red Bull driver. Shane Mumford, 2.2 off of Wingman. He's not gaining any time on him, and Psycho, well, I don't think he has DRS here on the Mercedes driver. He's just trying to use his ERS to get back within DRS range and, you know, not get under threat by the Dragon who is behind him. Bandcamp in the McLaren in P5, having a strong race as he usually does. Looking to attack the AlphaTauri.
I think we'll see everyone pit this lap. I think going any longer than this and you're going to be hurting yourself, losing a lot of valuable time. So surprised we didn't see anyone pit last lap actually off the reaction of Kalios, but I think they might have saw him spin and thought, well, the threat's kind of gone. So
yeah, I think the person this is helping most is Ando. These bad soft tyres just bringing Ando.
Well, he's almost within DRS of Bandcamp. So
yeah, he's put a second in just over a lap.
His gap to the leader's actually gone down a bit, so he is quicker than Pepsi right now. So I think things might actually start. I know I said earlier this might not have been the right move at all, but maybe this might all piece together for the Aston Martin driver. It'll be interesting to see how it goes later in the race.
Yeah,
crucial race for Ando Cat, sitting P3 in the championship, 10 points behind Quantum Effect, who is not with us tonight. He's missing tonight's race, and if there's any chance to score points right now,
stayed out.
The time to do it. Pepsi stayed out. Psycho, Shane Mumford, and Bandcamp all pit along with Wingman. So Pepsi looking to stay out.
Saxon stayed out.
Safety car. Saxon stayed out. Bully in, as T-Mac has said. Bully in for some points here.
Yeah.
Psycho's jumped Wingman. Oh wait, no, sorry, he's still yet to go into his stall. I was going to say that was not quite sure how that happened.
This is so tough for Kalios. He was going to be jumping every single one of these guys, but that spin is so costly for him.
Yeah, where is he right now? He's not even crossed the start-finish line yet, and these guys are already out of the pits, so he'll be praying for a safety car now.
On the hards, so this could hold up.
Well, he can go to the end here, so
absolutely.
It'll be interesting to see what the Haas driver can do. This will be unfortunate for the guys behind as well. I think they'll be not looking forward to being stuck behind here, so.
Bandcamp going for a move on Psycho on the run down to Lake Com as he does it for the McLaren. Psycho trying to put him a fight, but once again getting nudged out around the outside of turn 5 into turn 6, and Bandcamp will snatch what I believe is provisional P4 from the AlphaTauri, sorry, P5 for the AlphaTauri. Alright, now Combat Rat's put in a good couple of laps. He's over the back of Saxa now. Saxa is on those older soft tyres, so he'll be pitting in this lap or next lap, surely.
Probably this lap.
Yeah, I'd say Saxa and Pepsi will be in. It'll be interesting to see if Pepsi comes out ahead of King J. I thought he might have tried to extend, especially after seeing where Wingman sort of plays. I'd say Pepsi's pushed pretty hard on this lap, so actually just jump on board with the Ferrari driver to see what he does. Yes, he is. Well, he's coming in. So,
but even if he does jump King J can still get DRS and pass him on the straight.
Exactly.
Board of King J right now. Then we'll
King J,
see where they pop out.
King J is fighting for his position here. He's on those hard tyres. You know, we said it before. Pepsi in the pits right now. They're getting those tyres changed. He's stationary on the track. He's just been released from his box, and Yeah, here's also a crucial moment. King J coming down the main straight, about to head into La Source. He's breaking into La Source. So Pepsi is just exiting the pits now, and I think he's in front. I think he's
way
in
in
front.
front.
The Ferrari driver is way in front. He could be battling
Oh.
Nut into Lacombe.
That's a good call by the Ferrari driver. He managed to build the gap, and that'll definitely benefit him in his battle for wingman. He did have a bit of a gap beforehand anyway,
Oh.
but this will be good. He can. I mean, he's already back up into P3, so this is great for the Ferrari
Oh, and
driver.
Wingman jumps King J as well.
There's,
Uses 20% ERS Pepsi does use to get past Nut. Wingman gets by King J.
apparently
After he
both
hit.
Nemo and Spicer have orange floor damage as well, so that's unfortunate for the
Oh,
two Alpine drivers. So I'd say their day is probably well and truly done.
Oh, someone who's not done yet is Pepsi. Well, the back comrade just pitted for those fresh mediums. He's going a bit wide. Now, I've seen a couple of drivers do that so far, and they will get warnings from going wide at Puon. Pepsi, oh, fighting the steering through turn 12 and 13. Taking a last chicane of the track, 14. Oh, so careful through 15.
So
A bit understeer from the Ferrari driver, to be honest with you.
right now, I think Andocat is the pit. He comes out around P10, so he'll be about 10 seconds or so back from the leaders, but he'll be on those fresh softs, so that'll be one to keep an eye out for in the next couple laps. Probably around lap 13, 14, I reckon.
Well, we will see if he really does decide to pit or try and tough it out on those 8-lap old medium tyres with, I believe, 3 of those laps being served under a safety car. Combat Rat hugs it tightly to the inside out of La Source, and Pepsi with a great look here at taking that P2 spot. Up over Radion, up the hill, onto the Camel Straight. DRS open for the Ferrari driver. This will be a simple move. Just great straight line speed from that Ferrari engine past the Williams, and Pepsi looking forward. He's got clean air, 9.3 seconds between him and the current leader, Andocat.
Shane's got past King J there pretty easily. I thought Wingman might have gone to have a look at Nut there, but he thought better
that's
of
quite
it.
crucial because Shane could catch up easily that half a second in this lap.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
Wingman's stuck behind Nut.
yeah, T-Mac's right there. Wingman's losing valuable time to Shane Mumford right now, because before the pit stops, he was well and truly out of DRS, Shane Mumford. So
Yeah.
I think the last thing Wingman will be wanting is to have Shane there on his diffuser. So he'd probably be looking to get past Nut pretty quickly here. He's using his ERS out of Cool
Going
now.
for
He's
it.
Oh, he's going for it here.
Wingman
Nut-
down the
Nuts-
inside of Nut. Nut gives
Nut's been
way.
considerate.
Yeah.
He gave him that one.
I think he understands that this is not his race. He's better off just trying to grab onto DRS of the car in front. Hopefully that pulls him along. Look at Shane Mumford right behind the McLaren driver. So Shane Mumford might have been the beneficiary of that little exchange between the McLaren and the Red Bull, because he's within DRS range
Yeah.
of Wingman.
He plays
And
his
he is-
cards right.
If he plays his cards right, indeed, he's having a look. No, oh my god, he's
Oh,
going
he's
for it.
gone
Right
very
into the back of him, he's
oh.
locked up. He's done a good job to pull that Mercedes up under the brakes. Follow Pepsi, a great lap. He's what a second out of Andocat. 1:45.7, that's the fastest lap of the race. But keep your eyes with Shane Mumford and Nut on the round down to La Source, to Rouge and Radion, and up that Camel Straight to Lacombe. We'll see how these two fight it out. Nut just in front, he doesn't have DRS though, unfortunately for the McLaren, and he's not going to get it. He was trying to press and use what overtake he had available to get within DRS range of the Red Bull, but it wasn't enough. This will be a simple move
Oh, he's
for
flown
the
by.
Mercedes. Done way before
Van's
you
getting
even think
King
about
J
turning
as
the
well,
corner.
actually. King J's dropping back pretty quickly. Those hards are definitely not
Yeah.
fast.
Cards do not look like a good race tie here.
As Shane's actually still within DRS of Wingman, so Wingman wasn't able to pull out a bit of a gap there while he had the opportunity. So it'll be interesting to see how those two unfold, as that's provisionally P2 right now. So that'll be very good for Ando Cat as well, actually, because hopefully those two can sort of battle and hold each other up. So see how he goes, but I reckon he'll struggle to pull away from him later, even though he's on the fresh softs. The DRS is very strong here, so that could also hinder him in his hopes to catch Pepsi at the end. But as Seb said before, Pepsi is taking time out of Ando, so probably wouldn't be surprised if he comes into the pits anytime soon.
It's nearly another second per lap. It's 3/10 off of being that another second. And Pepsi does have 2 corners where you can gain a lot of time in the bus stop chicane on Andocat at the moment. Feast your eyes on Shane Mumford at the moment.
I think Nuts going to
putting on a good charge
by here actually. Yep, they've got him a multi 1-2 there. Bandcamp probably would have been screaming on the radio as he's a bit wide there actually. But Bandcamp as well, it'd be interesting to see if he can catch up to these two as they battle, because again he's another driver that's definitely not out of it. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw him on the podium at the end of the day.
This big DRS train has actually benefited Van even more, because Psycho now, I don't know if he'll be able to get past even King J on this straight now that King J has DRS and Nut has DRS.
Yeah, Nut.
So,
well,
oh, we got a yellow actually.
Callios.
Kind of spun on the curb there.
Yeah, no
He's
wing.
done,
he just spun again.
I think he's on a Seb there
Oh, he's
actually.
backwards.
no, I retired during that.
Oh, he got a puncture, that's why.
Oh, he's got a
Oh,
puncture. He must have
Yeah, right.
tapped the wall, I'd say. Sometimes if you get
Yeah,
out and rub those
yeah.
walls, you can definitely get a puncture there. So
They might have some rear wing damage and forward damage.
Nuts already lost DRS to Band, so this is not good for Psycho at all right now.
Oh, Psycho got King J on the straight as well.
Yeah, he's got a right
Psycho
rear
was-
puncture there, so that's unfortunate for the driver.
Zyko looking over the back of that McLaren right in front of him. He started P3, he's down in P8 at the moment. He's got the Nut right in front of him, combat rat as well, up the field. Don't forget Andocat might have to pit as
Andocat
well.
would have been praying for a safety car right then. Imagine if that come out.
Absolutely.
That would have put him in P1 on fresh soft tyres, I reckon. I reckon the others all would have pit.
Yeah.
Well, heading to the pits nearly, or on their way to it. Nut and Psycho on this back straight onto box one.
Oh, when did miss that one
I don't
actually?
exactly know, and as Combat goes into the pits,
Psycho having a look around the outside of Nut, going for it through the bus stop chicane, holding their lines, or each other, giving each other some respect. Psycho a bit deep, the last corner, but Nut's got no answer for that. Psycho, nice overtaking on the AlphaTauri driver into P6 with Combo Rat in the pits, hopping onto what I believe is a new set of softs.
So I
I'll
just
soon
wonder
find
if
out.
Wingman made a mistake there, because Shane was well clear even before the final corner, so I wonder if something's happened to the Red Bull driver there. Has he got a yellow flag on
is
the
that
exit?
Combat out of the pits? Maybe.
He hasn't lost
Looking on line though.
wing, has he?
Hope not. Seems fine. We'll have to monitor that situation, but closest battles on track right now. Psycho Nut, King J, and Shane Mumford and Wingman. That's for
Oh,
P3
got
and
a
P6.
yellow.
Yellow flag sector 2. That's who's that round? Is that Callios?
Oh, on the fresh off, he's been in a wall. He's not had a good race. He's not had a good race at all.
I reckon right now Ando's probably going to come in, because
Does he maybe
his-
just wait for a safety car?
well, his gap right now is I think he's going to come out around. He might come out in front of Psycho.
Yeah.
Not 100% sure on the Delta at this track, so
Wouldn't be
I
able to
could be
win
wrong,
though.
but he's right on the fringe there, so it'll be interesting to see where the Aston Martin driver slots out. But I reckon he might pit this lap.
Well, question is, does he pit and back himself to get some overtakes done, or does he stay out and
Is he
risk
gonna
it on
stay
those
out?
12 lap old mediums? I think he's going to stay out.
Well,
I
if
think
he
he's gonna
stays
try and
out,
tough it out on those
if he
mediums.
stays out, he's probably guaranteed P2.
Yeah, and if he pits, he's also probably guaranteed P. But he did P1 right now, and if a safety car comes out, he's in a much better spot when he pits.
Yeah, I think that's the
Because
safer call. Because
But,
even
yeah, I
if a
think
safety
he's
car
wrong.
comes out, he's pit under green flag racing, so the others might still jump him in the pits.
And also the part where Pepsi still has to pass him if he stays out. Endo's
I
still
think-
winning this race.
I think he'll blow by him pretty easy with the way the DRS works around here, so...
That is true,
That
but you know,
Gap is at 5/10. It's going to be a tight run down to Lake Colm, which is turn 5. Shane Mumford using some of that ERS at his disposal, 14% more than his rival on track at the moment, Wingman.
oh, look at
But
Bully.
yeah,
Around the
Bully.
back.
So King J really not having a good time at it. Nut will have to pit sometime soon, I'd presume. Andocat, as we were pointing out, toughing it out on those medium tyres. If you've just joined us, lap 15 and 22 of the final race of our Belgium running for Aussie Formula Racing, what are you doing? You've joined about an hour and a half too late. but thank you for joining anyway. We've got 8 laps remaining for our final race of the evening before we head off to Jeddah. For the first time we'll be ever doing some online racing there. Oh, King J going wide.
At the moment. Yeah, we got Nut, King J and Bully all sort of fairly close to each other. Bit of a different spread of tyres. Oh!
Oh,
Yeah,
Mr.
Could this be the safety car? Could this be the safety car?
Oh, surely he pits anyway. VSC. No, he's coming in the pits.
We've got nothing at the moment. He's risking it for the pits at the moment, but it doesn't look like there's any signs of a VSC or a safety car. This might not have worked out for Endocat. Bullies has gotten by King J on the run down to Blanchemont. He might have a go at Nut as well into the bus stop chicane.
Oh, he is.
Bully looking to left of Nut. Here comes Bully round the outside of the McLaren driver. Side by side they go. Turn 18, turn 19. Nut goes into the pits. He's had enough. But Endocat's pitted and he hasn't had the benefit of the virtual safety car or a safety car at all.
He's come out ahead of Psycho, so that's really good for him actually. I think.
Oh, he needs a second a lap, I believe. He needs a second a lap, I think, to get Shane Mumford for P2. I just don't think he can get the win from here.
Gap to the leader right now is 12 seconds, so.
Oh, Wingpen and Shane Mumford almost side by side.
It'd be interesting to see if he gets P2, but I think this P2 was guaranteed before, but the risk of a puncture I think would have been playing his mind, so.
Yeah. And I think just in case they did have a VSC or even a safety, it was worth it.
Yeah, so we'll just jump on board of Ando actually, watch him. I reckon he'll get banned in the next lane. Might even get him before the final corner.
I think you should.
If you look at the tyre graphic, we've got everyone ahead's on 6 or 5 lap old meds, so they're not terribly old. I'd say they're still on a decent percentage, but those fresh softs are going to be very quick.
I want to point out, and I'm probably going to curse it right now, but massive kudos to the 14 left, actually all drivers, because none of them have got a single penalty this race.
Oh, well, now there's going to be one.
Yeah, I mean, I've probably cursed it as someone spun around in second two that looks like
King J? King J's around.
No, it's King J. It's King J.
Has he put in a walk?
No, he hasn't retired. I'll just quickly jump back.
King J has spun at turn 12 and 13. That's seen him drop to P10 in what was P8 for the Haas driver. Andrew Cat having a look around the outside of Bandcamp through the bus stop chicane. Nothing coming to fruition there, but he's obviously got that long run down to Lake Com from the source to get a move done on Bandcamp. There they go, La Source. Has the traction, it'll be great. He's on the soft tyres, Bandcamp's on the mediums. It's good enough for the Aston Martin driver. Look how much ERS he has as well at his disposal. 90% versus 40%. You cannot fight that at all. Look how close he is through Eau Rouge. Look how close he is through Radion. Look how close he will be when that DRS opens up and he gets an extra burst of straight line speed. The Aston Martin is into P4. He's got some fresh air. He's got Wingman and Shane Mumford ahead for a potential P2 finish here.
Around again.
Yeah, it's Kalios around again.
It's unfortunate for the Haas driver. He's had a shocker. So, right now, Endocat is 4.5 seconds back from Wingman. I think he gets this one.
He's got five and a half laps to do it. Go on, teammate.
Shane Mumford broke DRS to Wingman for the first time, so that's huge for the battle for P2 as well. And Shane will be able to get there.
It's been a great drive from the reserve driver.
Yeah, absolutely. And for Mercedes, let's go. 4 points.
Not that it means anything. You guys aren't, you know, at the top 2 for combined constructors, so.
Mid-pack, but we.
Endocat sets a purple sector 2. He's really showing his pace. 1.4 seconds up on his fastest lap this race.
Flying right now.
Yeah, he's absolutely flying. That fastest lap would have been earlier on in the race, or, you know, just after that first safety car had come in. He's 3.7 seconds now behind Wingman. I believe that was 4.7 at the start of the lap. It's now down to 3.5. This will get down even more as he exits the bus stop chicane. Nope, still at 3.5 using that ERS. So he has so much ERS, a 44.624. That's the fastest lap of the race. I believe that should stand, but we'll wait and see. That gap down to 3.3. Now it's going to go down to 3.2. It's getting closer and closer. Wingman's going to have to do a bit of pushing in these dying 5 laps because, well, Ando is really pushing him at the moment.
Yeah, Ando's absolutely flying right now, and he has so much ERS as well compared to the Red Bull driver because he's expelled all of his trying to stay within the DRS of Shane Mumford. So,
and likewise for Shane, he's spent all of his trying to break it. They're both having those red flashing lights at the end of the straights.
Pepsi's got a nice amount right now. He'll just be chilling in the lead. I reckon 4 laps to go. I'd say he's probably not got a single sweat about Ando right now. So, as well, I mean, we said it last week. We talked about Pepsi and his fun, so we never know, might happen again. But
could he pull a T-Mac? Just for the last lap at top of Eau Rouge.
Well, the only variable we don't have there is we don't have someone fighting Pepsi at the moment.
yeah, there's not much pressure on him.
5.3 second gap.
He's into demons.
He's in a demons. His ability to not spin, shall we say.
Ando's taken out another second. It's almost 2 seconds already.
Yeah.
And he was 7/10 slower that lap as well.
Should be interesting to see if he gets Shane Mumford here.
Oh, this might not be him.
Hold on a minute.
Surely
Crashed at the
not.
top of Radion. That's Nemo. That is Nemo at the top of Radion on the right hand side.
Surely
We
that
don't
doesn't
have a
bring-
safety
I
car.
can't believe that. I can't believe.
So
Ando will
crucially
be
for Ando,
praying
it's not
for
a
one right
V.
now.
Crucially, it's not a VSC, so he doesn't lose any time on track to gain on Wingman. But unfortunately for him, it's no actual safety car. So not a lot of luck coming for the Aston Martin here. But although you do kind of make your own luck, and he is making it at the moment. He's down to 1.9, so he's going to go to 1.8 as well. Look how fast he's gaining. He surely have that P2, but it might come down to the wire. We have just under 4 laps remaining for the Aston Martin, for the Red Bull, for the Mercedes in P2, 3 and 4. Closest battle on track right now though, Combat Rat and Bully are heading out of La Source right now on the run down to Eau Rouge and Radion. Ferrari versus Williams. So they go up through Sector 1. ERS detection, Combat Rat using a little bit of that ERS, using a lot of that ERS, trying to get that run on the Ferrari. He's going to have a look. Bully looking to defend the outside line. Combat Rat will back out. At the moment, Anocat just about to get in DRS range of the Red Bull ahead. Through Puan they go. Flying through, you'd think Dirty Air would start to play an effect right now, although very marginal because those fresh softs would be absolutely lighting this track on fire for the Aston Martin driver.
He's just
Oh,
about
you see
in
that gap,
DRS,
it's in.
actually.
Here we go, he's in. Those soft tires running so much grip through turns 12 and 13. He's well within DRS range now. He's well within it. Just got that, we saw that crept under 7/10 of a second between the Red Bull and the Aston Martin on the run down to Blanchemont. These two will go. Xanocat just keeps creeping closer to the Red Bull, slowly gaining down the straight, using a little bit of slipstream, a little bit of ERS. He just touches the button right there, getting a little bit of a boost from that battery pack. 70% at the disposal of that Aston Martin, 38% at the disposal of the Red Bull. Combat right now having a go at the Ferrari. Will he have a go into the bus stop chicane? We will see from the Williams driver. He is certainly not the most aggressive driver, but he's rather smart. He will go for the lunge though, nonetheless. He's pulled it up well enough though. Bully will hold on to P7 for the short term, but switch back to Andocat. Andocat indeed, all over the back of the wingman, under Eau Rouge, up over Radion, up the run. This is going to be easy, boys.
Yeah, it's a walk in the park, that one. So,
Yeah.
can he catch
Yeah.
Shane? He's got 2
I think he
seconds,
can.
3 laps. Let's jump on board with
Oh, here comes
Combat.
Combat.
See if he can complete that move on Bully. It was great defense from Bully. Yeah, I thought Combat had him, but we'll blow by him this time, and I think that might be Bully done.
Yeah.
He's able to
Bully's-
hang on those medium tyres now.
Bully's stout defense coming to an end. Combat Rat getting by on those 5 lap fresher and, you know, softer compounds of the soft tires. Combat Rat picks up the first time body of the race though.
Sev, you said it!
I
You
did
jinxed
say
it.
it. I did say I would jinx it, and I have. So, shout out to me. Combat Rat, 3-second time body. He's got some work cut out for him. Yellow flags in sector 3. That's decelerate through Blanchemont.
Still got a
In that
wing.
final sector. So we've got a wing, but Androcat's already nearly within a second. He will have DRS, gents.
Yeah,
He will
Oh.
very much have DRS.
Just put in. Oh,
I can't believe he's made this strategy work. This is unbelievable from the Aston Martin driver.
Keep in mind there are 2 more laps remaining. Once these guys cross the start finish line, he's got to get in within DRS range. I think he'll just sneak in.
Yeah,
He has. I don't think he'll get the move done this lap, but there's a good chance he can get it done next lap.
Oh,
Look
Shane's
at
gone
this.
wide.
Shane Mumford, he is feeling the pressure. He has gone wide, as Trin said. You can tell he's feeling the pressure. Just a little snap out of the bus stop chicane for the Mercedes driver, for the reserve. And you can see that Aston Martin get closer and closer out of the source, down on the run to Arouge, gaining 3/10 right there for the Aston Martin driver. He might even go for the move now. He's gaining so much on the run down the DRS straight. Bully is spun out of the bus stop chicane. He's kept it straight though. He's got Saxon behind him. He'll be fighting for P9. But here comes Endo going for the inside. Shane Mumford has nothing on him. But he's looking around the outside. Shane Mumford trying to hold it. He can't hold it though. Endo with too much grip in those soft tyres. Those 7-lap fresher soft tyres with those medium tyres. Endo with a great drive up into P2. From pitting out into P6. He's fought his way back up. And he's got a decent points haul here.
And Carlos is driving the wrong way. Oh, just spinning it around.
Yeah, I think Carlos is... He's in struggle town right now, lads.
Yeah, he must have some terrible floor damage.
He is the mayor of struggle town, that is for sure. I mean, Ando's got this P2 in the bag, I feel, at this point. I think he'll break DRS to Shane Mumford here. Pretty unorthodox way of getting P2. I mean, this might have even been safer, you know, if he'd been on the same tyre strategy as them, and they probably would have been fighting, where right now he's pulling away from them. But had he stayed on the same strategy, could he have kept from Pepsi? Could he have beaten him?
Obviously,
guess we'll never know, but...
I guess we'll never know.
Shane can hang with in DRS here. He might be a bit of a pest coming down into Lake Hoon.
Yeah, you could have argued that Ando could have pitted 1 or even 2 laps earlier. The gap would be a lot closer to 5 seconds right now.
I think he's got... Oh, it's tight. I don't think Shane's going to be able to do much regardless.
He doesn't have the traction. I don't think he has the traction or the grip. We'll see out of the source. That gap is 9/10. It's creeping up to a second. It is a second. It's greater than that.
Oh dear!
Psycho's bugs returned.
That's going to be a bug.
He had that on the last game.
That happened, Leo?
That happened on the last game.
I think we can get that amended, and surely he finishes P6. That is very unfortunate for the AlphaTauri driver.
I am genuinely shocked at how he has managed to have a bug carry over from one game to another.
Absolutely disgraceful driver from Psycho. Rule breaker. What a wow.
I think he's. I mean, it's a fair disqualification, really.
Yeah.
Rules are rules, and he's obviously not followed them.
Psycho's teammate Saxa in DRS range of Bully in the Ferrari. For his first points of the season is a Ferrari driver.
Pepsi almost spun.
It almost seems like it.
I was on board with him, and he almost spun. He just caught that.
That gap is shot, man. That would have been a massive scare.
Or is he lagging?
For the South Australian.
Yeah, did he just teleport back on him?
Yeah, he's lost 2 seconds, and he's gone straight on.
Whoa!
What? He's out.
Whoa! And Androcat apparently made us eat our words because he's going to take the win here.
What just happened with Pepsi?
I think Pepsi just had an internet malfunction.
Unbelievable. Apollo Pepsi has had a technical incident which has seen him crash out from the lead. 5 seconds in the lead, out of the race. Guess who's going to win?
Andrew's won.
We thought he won all day, but he's won here in Belgium.
Wow.
Shane Mumford with a brilliant drive into P2 and Wingman just about holding on to get P3. Bandcamp a solid drive once again in the McLaren into P4. Combat Rat will get P5, but oh my word. A technical difficulty for the Ferrari driver, the championship leader. That is 3 rounds in a row. He is losing points with opposition. And as I said, a weird strategy call. It's seen him win.
I wonder, look, Pepsi's wheels disconnected with a couple corners to go. I wonder if he might, I don't know. He's not classified, but it's a hard one to call. Does he deserve the win? You know?
I don't think he can. I don't think he can be given it. I don't think he can.
He didn't cross the line first.
Yeah, it's a tough one for a Ferrari driver.
This is different to the case of the Psycho, for example, because Psycho, you know, that's not his fault. Whereas that's the game's fault. Whereas Pepsi, I think, equipment malfunction has happened, as Trin has said, and at the end of the day, I think that's kind of on you. But
well, Ando's just won after what I was quite vocal about how bad that strategy call was, and he's gone and won. So, I mean, in the end, what do I know? I think so.
We know nothing. We accelerate, beat one of the last across the line.
Also, I think a quick update is
as well.
HSP is 10 minutes away. I think that's the biggest winner today.
Biggest winner today.
I think we've commentated cursed Pepsi 2 weeks in a row here from the lead each time. This is, I think we have a curse on him, guys.
Yeah, I
Wow.
mean, well,
So,
I'm not sure if we're gonna have to
Cat
wait for the
has
time
won.
remaining to end here because
Yeah,
Psycho's car
Psycho's,
hasn't
yeah.
finished. So we got a minute.
So,
If you want to maybe recap on that race.
Wow.
well, Andocat's the winner, but the real winner is Kieran, who gets the HSP. So, what is Andocat doing with his life, really?
Yeah, I mean, whatever happened in this race is pointless, really. Doesn't even count.
Why does it matter when you get a HSP?
But I think in all seriousness, Shane Mumford, P2. I mean, we can look at the position gained here. It's jumped up 5 spots there to P2. Wingman losing the 1 down to P3. Still a good podium for the Red Bull driver. Band up 6. Combat Rat 5th on the after the alternate strategy. So that ended up working out for him. And the rest I can't call. Yeah.
Well,
Let's have do a
Combat
full
Rat.
rundown in a second.
Combat Rat, driver of the day. That's my driver of the day for sure. I know,
My fella.
you know. Shane Mumford's up there as well. Don't forget Andocat with his 2-stop strategy somehow paying off. But Andocat is your race winner. A lucky one. None of that, but you make your own luck around here. 44.6 as well for the fastest lap. He gets 26 points next to his name, and he takes P2 in the championship by a healthy 16 points over Condor Effect, who misses tonight's race. Shane Mumford reserving. He's in a great P2 right there. Started P7, up 5 positions. He can be proud of that result. Wingman and P3 getting some healthy points for the Red Bulls in the combined constructors and in the Tier 2 Constructors Championship. Bandcamp, once again, a solid season for the old head himself, the Dragon. P4, that's 12 more points to his name. He solidifies himself in that discussion for P4 in the championship, and maybe even flirting with the top 3 in the championship come the end of the season. Combat Rat, that 3-second title, he still sees himself finish P5, starting P15. Good drive from the Williams driver. Bully scores his first points of the season. Congratulations to him in the Ferrari. Took his time, but finally got some points on the board. Saxon the AlphaTauri, scoring for the crew. Psycho, I think he should get P6.
Yeah, Psycho
we'll see
will
what
be back where he
happens.
was. Pepsi
We'll
almost
see what
getting
happens.
points still, believe it or not. Even DNFing
Yeah, wow.
P11, but I mean, it'd probably be 12
Yeah.
when Psycho gets adjusted.
Yeah, Nut P8 in the McLaren. Good points once again for the McLaren crew, not having a decent season alongside Bandcamp, with King J in the Haas picking up some lowly points for them. Another race to forget for the Haas team in Tier 2. Decelerate rounds out our points for the time being, but Pepsi, Kalios, Nemo, Mr. Spicer, Skins, Amika, Psycho all finish outside the points for now, but Psycho position to be deliberated upon after the race.
Yeah.
I'll just
Guys, I have
Shane,
a, I have, I have a
Shane Mumford has showed himself into the chat to answer your questions. You fight 100 tuck-sized Shane Mumford. So.
look.
And
Me
here
and
we
T-Mac
have-
made the right call.
I have a poem to round off
And
the
we
race,
have, no,
boys.
this has to be a weekly thing from now on. T-Mac's
Yeah.
weekly poem.
Alright, you guys ready?
Oh, yep, go on.
Alrighty. At the start of the race, Pepsi found his pace. Ando pits early, while Trin does him dirty. Pepsi's wheels seen better days, Ando gets it his way, but the winner of the day is Trin, with this big old HSP.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Beautiful stuff,
Thank
T-Mac.
you. Thank you, T-Mac. We've had your last words in that poem. Trin, any last words from yourself before
I'm
you go to your
gobsmacked.
HSP?
I'm gobsmacked after that. I think, yeah, T-Mac again, just driver of the day, T-Mac really.
just a quick question before we go. What you get on your HSP? Lamb, chicken, or mix, or what sauces?
Lamb we got there. Seb.
Lamb, you got there. All right. So, thank you for joining us. It was a very interesting race. A lot of chaos throughout the evening. We saw in Tier 3, a lot of crashes, a lot of DNFs. Tier 1, safety cars causing some good racing and a bit of spinning around from our championship leaders in the Tier 1 division. And then this tier here, bit of unfortunate events for Pepsi. But tune in next week. We have Jeddah. The first time we'll be league racing in Jeddah. It was added last week on Monday, 5:30 Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Same time, Tier 3 will kick us off. But for now, it's Seb, it's Trin, it's T-Mac. Bye-bye, and see you next Sunday.
Wow, why was I